Nithyanandam, let's start. Let's sit straight. Visualize Swamiji, the third eye. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvantatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyavilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Satgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, welcome to Kailash Courtyard Manifesting Past Session. Welcome all the god and goddesses, all the states, space, powers, and super consciousness of Paramashiva. It's so beautiful to see you all here. The state and space and powers and super conscious and being of Paramashiva all become the being of Paramashiva. There'll be an enlightened civilization happening, as Paramashiva said. We're all Paramashivas, and such beautiful stories that Swamiji is telling in English satsang, Tamil satsang, again and again, going in detail of how we can live these beautiful space. Swamiji once spoke about the story of Vairagyananda. Swamiji has spoken many about Ramakrishna people and how they lived in their life and how they manifested their life in different ways, that they were able to go beyond many things. And Swamiji has many times spoken about Vairagyananda. Why? Because the most beautiful thing Madhvita remembers is, he said, only 2 times my eyes wept in gratitude. One was Arunagiri Yogishwara, when he left him and disappeared into the Arunachala. And second was when Vairagyananda left his body. Swamiji's eyes was in gratitude. Understand the beautiful space that he would have been, the Vairagyananda, how he lived. It was so profound the way he lived and way he started understanding life so deeply. Swamiji says the beautiful space that he understood from taking care of the elderly. His guru, Swamiji's guru, Vivekananda Puri, she said, before she left her body, she said, only thing you have to do in Parivarajaga, always take care of the elderly people. And Swamiji had the best thing. Whenever the great masters leave the body, they give the essence of their life. And those moments, they are very profound and very clear. It becomes a big value to the whole life, our life itself. And Swamiji got to live with many great gurus who left the body, and he has shared that many times. Again and again, he has shared how these people lived and how they are experiencing the life itself when they are living. Why Swamiji gives all these stories? Whenever he is avoiding to show the Leela, he projects a story of his gurus, how they gave him this initiations. He said so beautifully, the essence of that Vairagyananda that he understood was how he decided for life. Understand the whole thing, how you practice something as an outer world and how you decide in the inner world. The action versus being. Again and again, Swamiji goes and teaches out the Sankhya, the Nyaya, how we have to live and what we need to do. He says very beautifully, you don't practice in a world. You decide. If you have decided and something is not happening, then question your decision. Avoid to be practice. Even the presence of God, he says, you don't practice sitting with God. If you're sitting with God, it itself is a beautiful space. You decide to do that. That's all. After decision, you are God. That's all. There is avoid to be a practice. The practice comes only when you do hard work. When you are in the manifesting being level, there is zero practice. The decisions are very important. And that is where the integrity plays a huge role. Vairagyananda, he was very clear. He was saying to Swamiji, such a beautiful experience, that he said, when you are really dying, a different level of things get shut down. The first that gets shut down is your memory and your thinking skill, mind skill, thought currents, visualization. Your five senses gets shut down. Each one gets shut down. You get into deep depression. Anytime your body, any part of your body starts not functioning, you fall into deep depression because you're fighting with that. So you start having problems again and again, creating more problems and more confusion. It's the same thing with finance or job or people, relation. Once he said he avoids to do all these. Even Swamiji says, even if you do the ajaba jaba, at one point you will stop being able to do the ajaba jaba. Again, you will fall into depression. Any practice that you do, somewhere you will fall into depression because you cannot do that. But he said one practice you can always do is the one space we can always be, is the space of unclutch. He says very beautifully, nirvikalpa samadhi, that space where you're unclutched, you'll never fall into depression because there is nothing to lose there. If you have something to lose, only then you'll fall into depression. You go to a space again and again, make a clear decision to live in the unclutched space, you will never fall into depression. You never need to practice something. You never have to do anything about it. You just be there. And that is why he was, Swamiji so beautifully, he says, when he was dying, he was able to touch the air and feel the God. The glowing that he was, the bliss he was, he said even the body parts were dying. And he was such a yogi, he will avoid lying down. He will only sit. Yogis do not lie down. That is a special of yogis. They will avoid lying down, they'll avoid sleeping. So they are beyond sleep and beyond lying down and all. Even when his body parts was gone, he avoid to lie down. He made Swamiji sit him erect and how much ever possible, and avoid to even get into the sleep, even when he was trying to get into the parts were dying, literally, because he was saying how he was able to be in that space is because he only lived again and again completely unclutched. The unclutch is so powerful. Swamiji wants us to understand the space. When you make a decision, the decision immediately has to have an effect. If you unclutch, you should be able to immediately get the headache out. If you're able to unclutch, something has to happen in you where the decision shifts the whole world around you. If it is avoiding to shift, somewhere the decision is out of integrity. So that is the beautiful space that he said, when everything was falling apart, he was glowing and he was so happy. He was not falling into any depression. So he told Swamiji how he lived as always in the unclutched space as the highest priority. And the other thing he was completely integrated to his guru. His guru is Sharada Devi, who gave the feet dust to him, and he lived with this feet dust of Sharada Devi throughout the life. And the Sharada Devi, he said, if I unclutch from here, I will fall into the lap of my mother and simply leave my body. He was able to say that, and he did it. And Swamiji was literally in tears when he saw, literally he was doing that and falling into the mother's lap and resting the body finally. That beautiful space happens. And Swamiji says, he gave one more example, how he saw one of his sannyasi came and she had some diagnosis of some real problem. And he saw literally Raghu standing at the back. And he only said, I blessed her, and simply because she had feeling connection, she had integrity with me, the Raghu ran away and disappeared. But if she had not had that feeling connection, Ragu will go and sit inside and simply destroy the whole thing. The feeling connection, the integrity to master is so important to live to the highest possibly, even receive his blessing. The integrity that we have again and again brings us back to the oneness space and brings us back to the understanding that how life becomes so easy, so wonderful. In both the cases, the sannyasi and this Vairagyananda, he was able to, there because of the integrity, they avoid falling into depression. When something hits us hard in life, that time we decide it is not going to happen. Now you decide when everything is fine and we are in correct senses and as young as possible to do that clear decision and living that to make it our reality. The decisions that we make, especially the decisions should be something with the inner world, the inner space, nothing decision with the outer world. Outer world, how many ever decision you make, it will not work. The inner decisions that you make, that unclutch, I'm going to stay as unclutched, whatever it be. Yes, I'm getting upset, unclutch. I'm getting tired, unclutch. I have this problem, unclutch. Keep on unclutching again and again, whichever really works. Especially Swamiji has given this and he's telling past few days again and again about unclutch. Why you need to unclutch is simply you will see yourself completely out of that whole drama that is going on in your life. But again and again, you living that and deciding again and again. It avoid to be practice. Practice is something you try to perfect it. Decision is something you perfect it and live it. Again and again, you deciding to live that makes you completely unclutched. That intensity and that continuity needs to be there. And feeling connection with Swamiji, whatever, without a doubt, that will save us in anywhere. Simply we will have, if we have doubt, Swamiji says, exactly when you need the hymn, the doubt will arise. It is too dangerous. Exactly you are caught in a problem and you're terrorized. That doubt which you started now will simply sit there and again awaken the doubt in you, and it will avoid letting you to accept what he is doing for you. Never have a doubt with no SDHD, no GDHD. When you don't have self-doubt, you don't have guru doubt. You are breathing. Then what more you should doubt for? Anytime you breathe, you check, okay, am I going to die? Am I breathing? Are we doubting? Even though we know we are going to be dead. Everybody has to die. The biggest surprise and the most biggest surprise in the world, Swamiji says, that Yama had told, the death is on everybody every minute, but nobody doubts it. Even a 90-year-old person doesn't doubt it. That is because we are eternal. We start thinking that this body is also eternal. But unfortunately, we don't understand the reason why we need to understand we are eternal. We forget, we take the best of what we want and we start living that. The consciousness which need to function, which is eternal, avoid to be this body. But we think this body is eternal and then struggle and start the war with the body, conflict with the bodies. Understand very clearly, let anything that is going on, anything, any completion, decide that I will unclutch and live in the integrity, completely in the oneness. Oneness is the best strategy for everything. If you ask Swamiji anything and everything, he says the oneness strategy. Because if you want to win anything in life, if you want to heal anything in life, if you want to, whatever you want to manifest, only oneness can manifest that. If you understand what is oneness, there is nothing greater than you, there is nothing less than you. With this cognition, if you go and talk to a person, suppose the person is very upset with you, and if you understand that he and you are just one and the same, and if you talk to the person, whatever the person is going through, you will see that in you and you will be able to give a solution. That is the oneness. You will be seeing as a mirror of what they are going through and simply solve the relationship problem, because you understand they are a mirror of you. You are in oneness with them. The mirror cannot show something more or less. It can show what you are. You become a mirror of everything. That space is the oneness. Completely one and same with everything. You don't understand that you are something bigger and you get upset, or you don't understand and you become something lower, and then you miss the whole thing. Again and again, when we miss something, when we are feeling offended by the other person, we'll cause more confusion. Or when we are feeling, oh, I am better, that person is doesn't even understand this, again we'll create confusion. But if you understand they are just the mirror of you, simply you will be solving it like that. The simple solutions in anything, same thing with our body. If you have a problem in the body, look at it without anything greater. If you have any problem, again, look at every body part just the same way in oneness. There is no body part which is lesser or more. Everything is just the same. Everything is mirroring each other and living the same way. Again, look at the same thing and unclutch from thing. Oh, something is happening to my body. This is going to happen. If this happens, that happens, then you're feeling lower. So you're stopping the healing happening. Again and again, when we are fighting with something, obviously things will avoid to heal. If you step out of it completely and unclutch from that, okay, you're saying not to heal, okay, you say what you want, I am unclutched with that. Again and again, unclutch from the whole thing. Simply you will see a shift, huge shift. Unclutch from the thought current which leads to that problem, unclutch from the practical difficulty to that problem, everything unclutch and get into the space of emptying yourself in the inner space with no thoughts about that problem. And then fill the whole thing with exaggerating on Swamiji, the oneness, the integrity with Swamiji. And how can any problem exist? You can see how the Rahu ran away. Simply your problem, you'll see the whole thing running away, and simply you will see what you want manifesting. You are infinite. Consciousness is an infinite intelligence and infinite manifest power. How can it be less than some physical problem or some financial problem? It is cannot, consciousness cannot be less than a financial problem. It is much more than nuclear power. So understand where we are missing and unclutch from that very clearly. Hey, I am unclutched. How if I have a accident in my dream, will I go to hospital when I wake up? No. How can I say I have this problem? Let's wake up. Let's wake up from that and become real what we are. Again and again, when we wake up to the reality, we will understand there is no problem that we have to do some practice or something. We just have to wake up. Unclutch is waking up from this dream. Understanding the whole life is a dream, and just wake up, you'll see there's no financial problem. There is no problem at all. That is the truth. And Swamiji says again and again, integrity to Swamiji will make it more easy for us. Integrity again and again in everything what we are doing will make us manifest our life. Hypocrisy with ourselves is where we are missing ourselves, what we want to do for ourselves. Become the integrated being and connect to oneness. Like the Balasan says, exaggerate on Swamiji again and again. Surrender to Swamiji's lotus feet again and again. Whatever you understand, you will simply see yourself, the whole thing vanishing away. The integrity to Swamiji will remove that problem and manifest what you want. So we are going to take 5 minutes, write down all the problems that you think is happening in your life. Unclutch from it completely. Do not practice anything. Just unclutch. If you're thinking you're practicing, unclutch from the practice also. Just write down your problems and unclutch from it completely. Make your inner space. Forget that was a problem. There is no problem. That is the truth. Let's start from there. If you wake up from your dream, will you have any problem? Let's start from there. Right cognition first need to be set. When you wake up from the dream, we avoid having that. Whatever your perceiving is because you are perceiving it wrongly. That's why you have the problem. So stop perceiving that. So unclutch from that. And unclutch from everything. How you wake up in the morning, that very moment should be the way you unclutch from something. And then connect. You need a help. You connect to Swamiji again and again, be integrated and connect to the deep oneness. Swamiji, this is my problem, financial problem. I need to really work on it. I need some money. I have to manifest it. Tell me how to do it. I am unclutched and I know you are going to take care. Simply when you trust and fall at his feet, he will take care. He is more waiting to take care than even you ask. So let's surrender and be integrated to him. Simply we'll see that oneness happening, and whatever you need, you will manifest. Trust that completely. If you have SDHD, then you have GDHD. That is why again and again, you're not trusting even what you are doing. If you don't trust what you're doing, then who are you going to trust? You are trust only, the feeling connection, it becomes very strong. When we are 2 years and 3 years, we did not ask, mother, did you really no, deliver me? Show me the picture. I want to see whether I was delivered by you. We don't ask these questions. We know you are the mother. You will take care, and we are so confident. Same way, your guru has come. Don't keep asking the guru and doubting everything. Just surrender. He will manifest. He has told you. He will manifest. So let's take a few minutes, complete with our incompletion, and then start with the Shastra Pramana. We are going to play the Mahavakya. If you have any question, you can put in the Zoom chat.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Shivoham 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Paramashivoham 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 Paramashivoham
One.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, we'll start the Shastra Pramana.
The Shastra Pramana for the power over will. The power to change the quality of water is taken from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.13. Ichcha Shakti Ruma Kumari. Ichcha Shakti Ruma Kumari.
Here, Swamiji gives a very profound sutra, the Shiva Sutra 1.13. He says his will is the energy of Shiva and it is called Uma. The independent power of Paramashiva is called Kumari, the cosmic energy that plays. It is so beautiful that he says that Shiva's will is our will. His sankalpa is our sankalpa. When you align to this powerful cognition, you will simply see life is a celebration. There is no worry for us to happen because you're letting Paramashiva to possess you. You're letting go whatever your identity you're carrying, and you're letting Paramashiva completely possess you and manifest through you. Every moment, anything, we don't need our thought current, planning, decision, schedule, anything, any action that you're doing is only outer world based, which cannot lead you to completion at all. Only the being of Paramashiva can complete you. Whenever you're unclutched and understand how much ever you fight with the dream, you are good dream or bad dream, it is a dream. You can never get fulfilled from the dream. Only when you align that and give up the dream just to understand whether it is a desire in the outer world, whether it is a dream in outer world, whatever your dreams are is just a dream. However great your dreams are, it is just a dream. You can build castle or you can be a beggar. It is still a dream. When you let go that and completely unclutch, how you wake up in the morning and say, hey, that is a dream. What is the point? Whether you had a good dream or bad dream doesn't matter. Same thing, whatever you're going through, whatever, any thought, any idea, any views, any schedule, brainstorm, skills, everything that you know is completely a dream. When you unclutch from everything, everything is everything. And simply you will shift into the consciousness, which is Paramashiva. He will possess you and he will manifest as his will through you. And simply he will manifest all the auspiciousness for you to live as enlightened being. That is exactly what he says. His will is the energy of Shiva, that is Uma. Independent power of Paramashiva is called Kumari, the cosmic energy that plays. You will become the Leela, your life will become a Leela, and you will just start seeing everything as auspiciousness. So let's go to the instruction. Yes. So here we are going to change the taste today. Quality of the liquid or solid. You can bring something, you have a tea, juice, coffee, or some vegetable, fruit, whatever you have in front of you. You can have that. You can make sweet into salty, salty into whatever taste you want. Let's get something. Yes, you have a cup of coffee, you have some sugar, candy, or you have some whatever in front of you. We're going to change the taste of that consciousness over matter. So let's, what you want, clearly decide. And let's sit straight. Visualize Swamiji in third eye. And get into the meditation. If you can sit in Padmasana because you're kids, that will be wonderful. Padmasana and Samana Mudra. If you can't, at least sit comfortably. Yes, if you can sit in Padmasana, beautiful. Instantaneously they sat. That is what the kids are so beautiful. So sit in Padmasana and let's chant the Mahavakya from the navel, offering to the Jatagni, the stomach, where the Homakunda is there, which is the key to open the Ananda Gandha. As Ajaba, Ajaba, intensely and with deep listening, if you chant the Mahavakya, it opens the Ananda Gandha, the consciousness itself. And don't allow any thought inside you, any thought. Be a Maunamani. Only contemplate on these great truth again and again. Bring yourself to the higher cognition. Don't let the outer world thoughts to get into you. Just unclutch, absolute unclutch. And connect to this Mahavakya again and again in deep listening. And chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Don't have to be hurried.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Fire mute.
Sorry. Please taste your cup or food item that you have, and you can post it in the poll. The powerful cognition that click with you and the power manifestation. Yes. If you want to share more, you can put it on Zoom chat also. Beautiful. Yes, I'm going to stop the poll. Anybody else want to take the poll? You can take it. It's not by name, it's just anonymous. Just we understand that how many of them have manifested the powers. Like coffee. Wow. Other one as neem. The kids can do anything. You don't have to buy coffee powder or neem juice. Alice Print, the kids are so beautiful. Padmasana, the minute I say they sit in Padmasana. They don't even think anything, something I'm telling different. So cute. Okay, I'm going to share the poll. Yes, so we have 50%, 8 people entered, and out of that, 4 of them manifested and 100% cognition. Wow, that's superb. Yes, still the spiritual practice, we have you 50% not planning, not yet. See, that has to go up. The spiritual practice is like a detox. If you do all that again and again, it keeps you integrated. See, integrity is not some keeping on time or anything. The natural space that we fall back without, that will happen when you are doing the spiritual practice automatically without your intention, it will just fall back. It's a lifestyle. When you are in such a lifestyle, for example, you're a vegan lifestyle, you know for sure you're not going to have any cancer or anything, because your lifestyle spiritual practice, you don't have to be extra integrated. You are this link and ask you to share it with everybody. The more and more we share these powerful cognition and power manifestation, that becomes our reality. You go tell the world how you manifested, how you click with the cognition more and more and more. You will be manifesting that reality for you. Whatever we celebrate, we talk about it. Whatever we cherish, we talk about it. So when we share all these great truths with somebody completely unknown, don't go and tell the same Sangha member, put somebody completely unknown in a Facebook or a chat, and then give them all these links and talk to them about these powers and powerful cognition that has healed you so much. And simply see the space. If you are in that space, you don't have to do anything more than that. They will simply start aligning to Swamiji's satsang, darshans and dikshas and everything. So go ahead and share this and invite them for the weekend program, invite them for satsang. Simply, you will see that whole thing happening. So with that, let's surrender to Swamiji's lotus feet, all the shaktis, and request him with deep prayer and gratitude to make it as an existential reality, the buddhi in you. And with that, let's straight visualize Swamiji in your third eye and end with a Purna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanam Astu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, everybody. Nithyanandam. See you in the satsang. Nithyanandam Kelema. She went off. After a long time, people are coming in. Interesting.